What up, Unbreakable Kicks Army? I was in such a better mood like 15 minutes ago. I literally filmed this video. This is the second time this month this has happened. While I filmed the video, I take the memory card out, bro. I put it in the computer, bro, and the stuff didn't save, Army. But I was just like, man, I did such a good video that I want to make sure that I get this information out, man. I'm pissed, bro. But anyways, Army, I'm back, yo. I'm back. I'm just going to go ahead and do the video. Anyways, man, Merry Christmas, Army. Merry Christmas Eve. You know, I'm sure people probably still up. Y'all probably wrapping gifts. Y'all probably setting up stuff. I know your boy got to get ready to do all that stuff in a little bit, man. But I had just got off the phone with Big Bro Foundline, and we were just talking about, you know, sneakers that's coming out in 2023. And what sneaker that we honestly feel like is going to be that sneaker that dominate. We already see. This year, it was to me, it was strictly Air Jordan 1 Lost and Found. Like, yeah, Orange Lobsters, you know, got a little buzz. The Air Jordan 4 My Years had some buzz. The Air Jordan 1 Travis Scott's. But at the end of the day, Muggs wanted them Air Jordan 1 Lost and Found. And I feel like how Jordan Brand did it with the storytelling, the packaging, it was phenomenal. And the only thing that I can really think that will be a dope Air Jordan for next year, and that's gonna be the top Air Jordan. And the reason why I'm saying this again, Army, is because I seen Lil Bro Z Sneakerhead vid as far as the fall 2023 lineup. And I still plan on giving you guys that video. I just got a couple things to take care of before then, like the Air Jordan 13 playoffs. Air Jordan 13 playoffs are in Chicago, and Army, I will have some pairs available, and I will have some available on the 27th on Whatnot. I will be going live this upcoming Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, with some Air Jordan 13 playoffs. I know y'all enjoyed some of the early stuff from the Lost and Founds, early from the Air Jordan 3 White Cements, in which we will be talking about those soon. Y'all enjoyed a lot of the early stuff, Army, so I will be bringing some of the Air Jordan 13s. I literally just had a couple DMs asking me what's up with the playoff 13, so Army, there you go. So make sure y'all are bookmarking that live stream. Let's get, I don't know, 1,200 by this upcoming Tuesday. We almost hit like 900 bookmarks, Army. And I won't just have Air Jordan 13 playoffs. I got 11 and a half and a 12 and the Air Jordan 3 White Cements. We're going to talk about those in a second. Still got some dunks. Still got some, you know, other Air Jordan. So it's going to be like a usual Whatnot. May not be as long, but I do got some early heat, and I still got a couple other things. Especially some of y'all may got some Christmas money, and some of y'all may want some shoes to end off the year. So, again, Army, this Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, going down on Whatnot. Click the top link in the description section below. You'll be able to bookmark the Whatnot live stream. And if you don't have a Whatnot, click the link underneath it. You can sign up. You get $10 off your first purchase. Now, let's go ahead and talk about these. These Air Jordan 3 White Cements, to me, will be the Air Jordan of 2023 for a couple reasons. These will be a tough sneaker to grab. Now, hear me out. First and foremost, they are still going with the whole reimagined vibe. Again, Lost and Founds dominated 2022. And it's funny because Mr. Unloved Ones had made a post this morning showing a video and a couple images of Jordan jumping from the free throw line wearing a pair of Air Jordan 1 Breads, and he had the tape at the bottom of his shoe. And then I thought, like, man, there may be something, you know, in the future where Jordan Brand may do a whole reimagined vibe. And then I was just like, reimagined Breads coming so. And then he hit me with the, yeah, them dropped last year, the patent breads. I really don't consider the patent breads part of the reimagined vibe. I guess it is, but it ain't. Like, it ain't have like the old, like, looked up, you know, messed up box. It ain't have like the vibes that the Lost and Founds and these got. I feel like these are going to be on a high horse because it got that reimagined vibe. And Army, the quality on these joints was good. The craftsmanship, and they tried to stick as close to OG as possible with these. That's one. Number two, these joints are coming out during tax time. These are supposed to be dropping like March 11th. Like right smack dead in the middle of tax time. So you already know. Mama's going to have on the threes. Daddy's going to have on the threes. The kids. And that's even if these come in full family size. They made the retro ones did. And I think these will come in full family size. So, again, tax time, first thing most people do, keep it a buck, is buy shoes during tax time. So this is going to be one of them tax time shoes, and these are going to fly off shelves simply because of the time these are coming out as well. And the third reason, Army, and I think this is the most important, the Air Jordan 3 White Cement is one of the most iconic Air Jordans of all time. Now, I'm more prone to the Air Jordan 3 Black Cement. Like, that's my favorite OG of all time. The White Cement 3 is, to me, what put Jordan Brand on the map. Yes, the Air Jordan 1 was revolutionary. It changed the game. Air Jordan 2 is, you know, like, and let's keep it a buck. The Air Jordan 2 Chicago's that's dropping December 30th, they gonna do what they do. You know, it's an OG Jordan Warrior in Chicago. It's gonna do what it do. But after these Chicagos, man, you can forget about it. The Air Jordan 2s is gonna go right back in the place that it's been. Like, they not hitting us with all the collabs. Like, the Lucky Green 2s are nice. They got a couple other, like the UNC lows. Those are nice as well. But just as far as people going crazy and wanting that shoe, nah, I don't think that the Air Jordan 2 is going to continue to have the momentum that it has right now going into December 30th. Now, the Retro 3 from the elephant print, from the Jumpman on the tongue, from the Nike Air on the back, it changed the game for Air Jordans going forward. Now, yes, you can argue and say, man, the Air Jordan 11 Concord is the most iconic. We can say that, but the Air Jordan 3 White Cement came first. And it was the first. Now, just because it was the first don't mean it was the best. But it was the first. And again, these joints were so iconic. It's like you're going to merge generations of sneakerheads together. You got the dads who, you know, buy shoes. You know, man, look, I want the shoes that Mike wore. You know, then you got the kids who just like Retro 3s as well. Like, this is a popular colorway. Again, I like the Black Cement 3s, but most people probably will go with the White Cements over the Black Cement 3s. And this is just a little gem right here. Like, if I was to own a sneaker shop, I will always have OGs in my store. Now, hear me out. You a dad going into a sneaker store, or you a mom going to a sneaker store with your kid, and they want the new Travis Scotts. They going to the hottest resale shop in town. They going for the Travis Scotts or the Concept Orange Lobsters or the Chunky Dunkies, whatever the case may be. Dad gonna look around, hey man, you know, them nice, you know, hey son, I remember, you know, the retro ones, but when you get to the OGs that Mike wore, that's when you got them reeled in. To me, if I was a store owner, I would want to have both generations of sneakers in there. Yeah, you want the kid to walk out with a pair of Travises, but you also want dad to grab a pair of them Bred 11s, or a pair of them White Cement 3s, or a pair of them Bred 1s. Like, you got to have the best of both worlds. Now, this is a free gem to all store owners out there. I ain't charging y'all nothing for this info, right? But, again, like, in all seriousness, you got to have the best of both worlds. A shoe like this, your new generation and your older generation is going to want them. A shoe like this, new generation going to want them. Couple old heads going to want them if they rock with 4s. Travis Scott, majority of new generation is going to want them. Again, back to these. Everybody going to want these. Like, who don't like a pair of Retro 3s? And yes, you know, Retro 4s is on top right now. I still feel like Retro 4s is on top. But Retro 3s was at a point where Jordan Brand had to put these joints in a vault. Like, man, look, we dropping too many 3s. 3s were hot. Like, back in the day, you had the Retro 11s, and then you had the Retro 3s. Like, it was no question. Then maybe like the 13s. But now, it's Retro 4s, and I would still say in second place, you still got the Retro 1s. Like, mugs don't go crazy for Retro 11s and Retro 3s like they used to, but it all depends. Because you can drop the Concords tomorrow, and we got Mayhem on Christmas. You can drop the Bred 11s on New Year's, and we got Mayhem on New Year's. Like, OG colors, all, especially the ones Mike wore and, like, are significant with the culture, are always going to bust a move. And then again, to add that these joints are dropping around tax time, Army, I don't think that these are going to be an easy shoe to cop come release day. I don't know how many pairs they're going to make. You know what I'm saying? They can make the same amount as Lost and Founds. But we've seen how that story went down as well. And I'm not going to say that these are going to have the same hype. Like, for some odd reason, Retro 1s have the most hype. And I don't even think it's because it's the original. I just think because mugs just like Retro 1s. Whether it's a 1 OG high, a mid, a low, mugs just like Air Jordan 1. But again, you bringing now old heads with these too, And that's what happened with the Air Jordan 1 Lost and Founds. You didn't just have New Generation or hype beasts or resellers or botters. You had the whole spectrum of sneakerheads that wanted these. And I feel like these are going to come right behind these Air Jordan 1 Lost and Founds. Are going to be one of the craziest sneakers to grab come March 2023. And even on top of that, Army, like, we ain't really getting a lot of heat that's dropping. Like, next year is not a lot of memorable shoes. And that's why I honestly can say, like, the Air Jordan 3 is probably going to be the Air Jordan of 2023. Like, yeah, we got the playoffs. And again, I will have early pairs of the playoffs, but Mugs don't really put their respect on the Retro 13s like they used to. Most of the Air Jordan 1s we get in next year, like, either we seen before, they just changed the color, or they got a nice color and they didn't do too much. Because again, like I said, I seen the Sneakerhead video of fall 2023, and I'm going to hit y'all with that sometime next week. But as far as right now, the main shoes that's really sticking out, and again, I could be biased because I'm OG overall, but it's the Air Jordan 13 playoffs, Air Jordan 3 white cements, and the Air Jordan 1 85 highs, the black and whites. Like, to me, out of everything I've seen, those three are the most, not necessarily eye-catching, but the ones that I, need to add in the vault. Everything else is either here or there, or I, spin a block and I'll come back and try to grab them later. Only other shoe that could potentially give these a go, and I did the video on those yesterday, Army, and I said, like, the Air Jordan 11 Gammas. I want the Gamma 11s to retro, 10 years. Check that video out. But if they do come out with, like, a reimagined Air Jordan 11 Columbia, let's say they hit us with the high-cut pattern leather, and y'all know when y'all see them 95, 96 pairs of Columbias, they always got, like, that yellow patent leather. Like, I feel like if they do something like that, the patent leather gonna be yellow. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but if they was to hit us with, like, a reimagined 11, which would be something different, then those may give the Air Jordan 3 white cements a run for its money. And not even to mention, Army, again, these are the joints that drop in 2023, but you also got some of the previous Air Jordan 3s that's still busting on the market. For instance, you got the Air Jordan 3 88s. These came out 2013. So 10 years, since we seen the first time these joints retro with the Nike Air on the back end. We went crazy for these. This joint was tough to get, and resale is still high on those. And you got the free throw lines. Free throw lines came out around All-Star Weekend 2018. Still crazy. Quality on the free throw lines and the 88s, man. Like, they hit us with the tumble on these, and the quality was immaculate. Quality on these is good too, but again, these just play more homage to being OG. Smoother leather, not all that tumble and things like that. And then, of course, one of my favorites, the Air Jordan 3 JTA Super Bowl white cements. Y'all see the different renditions we've got on the white cements alone. They ain't really do the black cements like that. I feel like Jordan Brand look at the white cement 3 as the #1 OG 3. I look at the black cements as the #1, but I think Jordan Brand looks at the white cement like that. That's why we've gotten so many renditions of it, and that's why the value of them are still high. Like, these joints are coveted. Like, his most coveted OGs, Bread 1s, Chicago 1s, Concords, Bread 11s, white cement 3s, black cement 3s, white cement 4s, Bread 4s. Like, all of them joints are busting right now, and these are going to do it as well. And I always tell y'all, Army, OGs always go up in value, and when you get some as close to OG as you can, and even though they did give it the age look, it still don't look bad, because if you look at an older pair of 88s, 9 out of 10 is going to look like this. Talking about the 1988 Retro 3s. And, I mean, it's not overbearing with the midsole and the back tab. It actually gives the shoe character. And again, y'all know I'm not the biggest fan of, like, the vintage look and, like, the crackle material. That's why I honestly would pick these over the Lost and Founds, because I wasn't that big a fan of the crackle. I just feel like they overdid it with trying to make the Chicago's vintage, and they just, did the right things with these. Like, they could have did the crackle stuff like, we got with the off-white 2s with the midsole, but they just kept these nice. And I feel like, again, Army, this is going to be the Jordan of 2023. So, Army, y'all let me know how y'all feel about all of this in the comment section below. And again, y'all, this is just my opinion. Y'all know I'm a sucker for OGs. And these joints are nice. And as far as, like, 2023, yes, you got, like, the UNC 5s. Like, what else you got, really? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really nice. Like, cool grade 6 is cool, but, like, I can spend a block on those. It's not too many that I'm like, I need. Unless we start seeing some other stuff that's dropping, you know, that we haven't heard of. But, again, Army, as of right now, don't sleep on these. Don't sleep on the white cement 3s thinking you're going to wake up. It's going to be an easy cop. Again, I'm not going to say that these are going to be as hard as the Lost and Founds. But these will be a tough sneaker to grab. Don't sleep, Army. Don't sleep. Again, Whatnot this Tuesday. I will have the playoff 13s. Again, I got 11.5 and a 12 in the Air Jordan 3 white cements. Army, I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. I ain't mad no more, but I was pissed at the table. Like, bro, like, why does this keep happening with my videos? But I say, you know what? I'm going to get back in front of the camera, Army, and I'm going to go ahead and refilm it. Also, Black Lake Show, Purple Lake Show, White UNC, and UNC hoodies. I'm doing $60 for those. Make sure y'all hit me up on IG if y'all do want those. I'm getting those out. We'll have merch available in the buy now on Whatnot as well. So, Army, y'all just let me know, man. Again, Merry Christmas. I know I won't see y'all tomorrow, but I should have a review up on those Air Jordan 13 playoffs come Monday. I appreciate y'all. Let me know if y'all need something. We about to get to, you know, what we got to do as far as setting up stuff, Army. And again, I hope that y'all are able to watch this while y'all spending time with family or setting up Christmas gifts. Again, I appreciate y'all. And other than that, you got your boy Unbreakable. You got the Unbreakable Vote. Unbreakable Army sent strong like always. Most importantly, hug your loved ones and, of course, remain humble. And we out.
I hit Unbreakable for the Yeezys. He the plug, call him when I need him. He's old tough, but he get him easy. Yours old him first season. The most beefy, looking like 2 lefts. 2 lefts, cause your ass taking nail.